kid, and I like to think really big. Would you like to think with me about all the possibilities? We're all think big kids. You could be a doctor or a teacher, or maybe a celebrity. There's no limit to what we can be. We're all think big kids. We're all think big kids. And we like to think big! Hi, I'm Grace, the Think Big Kid. Today we are going to explore a new career. The career we are going to learn about today is in supply chain management. Join me as I interview Kayla Stalings about her career with Nissan in supply chain management. What is supply chain management? Supply chain management refers to the activities that move products from the producer to the consumer. It covers everything from product development, sourcing materials, production and logistics, and information systems used to coordinate these activities. Every product goes through a supply chain before it goes to us, the consumer. Let's learn about the specific supply chain that Miss Kayla works in. Miss Kayla works at Nissan in supply chain management as a design change coordinator analyst for a Nissan Rogue. The Nissan Rogue is a popular compact crossover SUV that seats 5 people and has plenty of cargo space. It has been redesigned for 2021 with new interior and exterior styling. With every change that has taken place from the previous design, a design change coordinator analyst must work with suppliers to ensure quality and consistency of changes, and they must make sure these changes are done on time. Now that we know all about the Nissan Rogue, I can't wait to interview Miss Kayla. Let me go get ready. I'm ready. Let's go Zoom. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Think Big Kids. I'm your host Grace, and today we'll be talking to Kayla Stalings, who works in supply chain management for Nissan. Welcome to the show, Kayla.
Thank you.
How are you today?
Doing well.
Are you ready to answer some questions?
Absolutely.
Then let's get started. Our first question. Can you tell us what do you do for your job and how did you get started?
I am currently a design change coordination analyst. We are the sole organization within Nissan authorized to establish and coordinate the design change implementation timing. We're kind of a middleman. Design releases a change. We work with process engineers, part quality engineers, basically any kind of engineer you can think of. Anybody else, suppliers and manufacturing, in order to adopt or change the parts. So, for example, we may have a bolt that is 3 inches long and we need to go to a 4-inch bolt. So I coordinate that change within manufacturing and make sure that and I'm specifically on the Rogue program. So we would go out to the Rogue and say, okay, this part on this part of the line will need to change over to a new bolt. And then we adopt that change and we start getting that part number in.
Miss Kayla is a design change coordinator analyst at Nissan. She says in her supply chain management position, she serves as a middleman to coordinate the changes for the new Nissan Rogue. She works with engineers to adapt and change parts, such as the new Nissan Rogue may need a 4-inch bolt instead of a 3-inch bolt to secure something. Wow, I never thought about who made those decisions. What is your favorite part about your career?
My favorite part of my career? Probably the individuals that I work with. I work with a wide array, varying from Japanese to Mexico employees to Chinese. So it's a very wide variety, diversity within our company that I love working with. Another thing would be able to travel. We have some people that travel to Japan. I haven't yet, but it could be in my scope in the future to travel to Japan. I have traveled to other suppliers as well to meet and understand the manufacturing and the presses and the mechanisms that build our vehicles.
Working with people from diverse backgrounds is Miss Kayla's favorite thing about her job. She works with individuals from across the U.S. as well as Japan, Mexico, and China. What skills or education would someone need to do your job?
Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint. I'm not sure exactly if you guys are touching on those yet, but those are some basic skills to learn for sure. Any kind of typing classes, because we type constantly. As you go further, just emailing, learn how to email, the basics of emailing, because we email constantly. We're emailing China, Japan, Mexico, all over the United States. There's a few people that actually are bilingual in a lot of the jobs, but there are times where we do have translators as well.
It's time for our Think Big Kid checklist. First, you can never learn too much about Microsoft Excel, which is a database software program. Second, learn to type. It's more important to have good typing skills so you can quickly enter and update information. Email etiquette. Practice proper emailing procedures, including proper grammar and punctuation. Consider learning a second language. Learning another language is helpful since you talk to people from other countries. What kind of tools or technology do you use for your job?
So back to what I just mentioned, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, which is our email that we deal with. And we also have in some internal systems, which some people will deal with if they go into a company. Not every company has the same internal systems. We specifically deal with a mainframe that hosts our parts that we have that we buy from suppliers. And then we go and we can figure out where our part is within that in-house. So that's some of the systems we work with. Currently, I'm working from home, so obviously good internet.
A design change coordinator analyst uses a computer and software programs a lot. Knowing how to use internal systems such as the mainframe that shows parts available for suppliers is important. And if you're working from home, you must have good internet. What can kids start doing today if they want to pursue this career in the future?
My number one would probably be don't be afraid to be yourself. Be confident in the work you do. Obviously, learn as much Excel tricks as possible. It'll help further in a analyzing job. Take your time out of your day to get to know people. Socialize part of the job on a daily basis. And then, of course, a 4-year degree is a necessity in my type of work. If you prefer a job like mine, I suggest business school. That will help further your education.
How can we think about tomorrow today? Miss Kayla says don't be afraid to be yourself. Also, part of any job is getting to know people. So, work at making new friends. And pay attention in school. This career requires a 4-year degree, which is also called a bachelor's degree. Is there anything unique about your career you haven't already shared with us?
Oh, absolutely. I got a good one for you guys. So, my time at Nissan is having a chance to drive all types of vehicles. I have drove the new Rogue pretty much off the line before it was even launched. Along with the Titan, the Sentra, the Q60 Infinity, and even the 2020 Track Edition GTR. So the GTR is one of the fastest cars that we make, and it's pretty high up there with the Mustang and other faster cars like us.
As part of her job, Miss Kayla gets to drive all types of brand new Nissan vehicles, straight off the manufacturing floor like the Rogue, Titan, Sentra, and GTR. What is the most exciting or interesting thing you have done while in your career?
Ooh. Probably part of my career, I'll add this with it, is the volunteer opportunities that we have within Nissan. And I'm actually one of the head volunteers for a robotics competition, the best Music City Best competition that we work with a lot of middle school and high school individuals that build a robot. And we have engineers and all types of people involved. So that's pretty cool to be able to work with a variety of people within Nissan as well as outside of Nissan with Lipscomb University Engineering.
As part of her job with Nissan, Miss Kayla is encouraged to volunteer. She volunteers to judge the Music City Best Contest, which stands for Boosting Engineering, Science, and Technology, which is a 6-week robotics competition hosted each fall by David Lipscomb's College of Engineering and Nissan. 14 teams construct a robot to complete multiple challenges, and volunteers like Miss Kayla engage virtually and oversee the competition, ensuring compliance with rules and scoring participants. How fun is that? Well, that is all we have for today, and I want to go ahead and thank Miss Kayla for meeting with me today and answering my questions and some of the Think Big Kid questions that I think they wanted to know.
Thank you, Grace. I appreciate your time as well.
Thanks, Miss Kayla, for telling me all about your career in supply chain management. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment down below if you would want to do this career in the future. And remember, Think Big Kids, you're not thinking if you're not thinking big.